Alright. Well, this tier list is very interesting. We have ourselves the Luigi's Mansion 3 tier list of themes. We also have Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, which I just added as well. I've added it mainly because I figured, you know what? Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Let's add Luigi's Mansion 1, Luigi's Mansion 2. And also, we're looking only for the objectively the main theme of each area. We're not looking for any more specifics. We're not going to look for like the antechamber theme from Dark Moon's Clockwork Ruins, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
we're not looking for like what's the theme for Melody when you see her and we just mentioned one. We don't want that. We're looking for specifically the overall objective theme of the mansion itself.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started first. Now, first off, we'll start with Luigi's Mansion 3. So this is first off the hotel lobby. So let's get started with this one. Uh, okay. What do you think?
Okay. My generous opinion, I'm gonna put it in B tier.
B tier. Okay. Why?
Like I think it's good. I think it's good. Like a good starting point for the prologue.
That's fair. I'm putting C tier though because honestly, when you get to more of the characters though, that's when the theme kind of sort of changes, gets better. It's
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's Mario. Yeah, Mel. We need to do the funny tier list of the 1-1 theme. Every single version, every single Mario game that's used 1-1
Yep.
for absolutely no reason. Just a 1-1 Mario tier list. I like this version. I'm putting it in A tier because I do like this version because it's like,
Same.
and it's just because you hear Mario's theme though, which is pretty neat though. Obviously you're probably not going to read it here as much though if you were to read it though, but it just works so well together. And obviously Peaches as well, which I'm also putting A tier as well, because it's it's the simple details you really enjoy, right?
Yeah.
Also if you think about it, Luigi Mansion 3 is the first game you actually interact with Mario directly before the like. If I remember correctly though, doesn't actually Mario actually talk to Luigi in the game?
I yeah.
Hold on a sec. Oh, let's play. Um, I want no commentary. Okay, fine. Oh, what? Really? This is out of order. Oh no, it's not out of order.
Most of my classmates.
I don't care. Let's see. So, Oh no, no, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't talk though. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I thought he did though.
we we
But
expect from Nintendo. They don't allow Mario to talk.
I no, no, well, no. I had some it'd be funny. I had some dialogue box being like, "Hey, hey, Luigi, look at this delicious food. Oh, doggy,
Yeah,
right? Like the Peach have his own little theme as well. Not for the Toads.
yeah,
I'm recognize this. I don't recognize this though, to be honest. I wish Shaq over here though, because he would probably be able to understand where maybe is this maybe like Captain Toad maybe? Is that like Captain Toad maybe? I don't know. No,
probably.
no, it's not because I'm gonna put it in B tier. But if I learn more what theme it is based on, I'll probably bump it up a little bit because I don't recognize it as much.
Yeah, same.
His front lobby. uh, B. Or no, actually,
Yeah,
B.
I think in
Not for Helen.
same.
Oh wait, her theme though, right? And also remember her floor, right? Also, the main theme of the game itself, right? The title theme.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of what it is, though. I think main theme also Helen Graves theme. Honestly, I A tier. I like or B. A tier. A tier. No B tier. A tier. All right, finalizing A tier. All right, those goes A tier. All right, now
yeah.
for
I hand off my business.
no.
Time for ad.
Okay. Um. Hmm. What do we rate this?
Honestly, I was gonna think about giving it probably either A or S tier.
A tier, because it's very nice and calming. It's a very calm theme you get before you finally get that moment of, well,
Yep.
shit. So, okay, so first, let's like this is the grand lobby basement. So this must be the first theme for the most part.
Yep.
So obviously it looks like first floor in the grand. About the same though. So maybe. Oh, let's wait. This is slightly different though. So this is probably this theme right here though. All right. It's the cart. It's the cart basically. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, what do you think?
B tier.
B tier?
Yeah.
Put in C tier.
Like it's just average.
Yeah. Looks like next up is gonna be Boiler Works.
Yep.
You can definitely see what's going. Has that whole country vibe.
Yeah.
That's true though. Yeah. And that's all like. I'm honestly. I'll give it actually. What do I give it? I'll give it B tier because I guess in a way though it fits the vibe even though it should the area though because also overall when you think about it right it fits correct
Yep.
next was EGAD.
Yeah.
I mean it's EGAD's theme in a nutshell for the most part right
Yeah.
but it's like variation difference though which is neat.
Yeah.
So overall what do you think of this theme?
A tier.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next up, Mazane.
Yep.
This is probably this one right here. You know what's interesting though? Luigi's Mansion boss OST tier list. We rated the boss fights in particular, but what would we rate the boss themes?
That's a good question.
It would eliminate all the portrait ghosts because, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give this actually B tier. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm thinking.
Wait. Wait. Shoot. Wait. The bell. Oh wait a minute. Shoot. That's the wrong one. I think this is. I think this one. Shoot. That says two. It shows two. No, this is what that one is. So obviously, I think this one's also the lobby as well, because it's technically speaking the same one theme though. So we're gonna put those two together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 12, 1B and 1 are together. Okay. I know I should like this theme though. It's pretty good though. I'll give it A tier.
Yep.
Next up.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty great song, which is why I'm gonna give it the S tier.
Oh, the great stage. Oh, interesting. Okay. Look at this though. Look at this fun fact. True fact, this floor is the only place in modified for Amadeus and Wolfgeist, who is one of Egad's ghost collections, whereas not Helen Gravely's Clerk's original area, basement floor 2 to 5th floor. Clem, Stewart, Chef Souffle, Cruller, Chambria. The other floors, 6 to 14, are modified by collection ghosts. It certainly shows 6th floor and up is really huge contrast in floors 5 and below in terms of flavor and variety. Though there's some outliers like base 2, understandable for a maintenance area, and 13th floor. I never noticed that all the ghosts that actually have jobs related to operation of hotel are all based below 6th floor, except for the ones on the top floor. I think I know. I think I know the reason why. Okay, let's put it in
Okay.
perspective. Remember how King Boo has the power to basically create stuff, basically. So maybe
Yeah.
what is particular, the hotel would maybe the hotel itself only had 5 floors, right? Very small.
Yep.
And in
Hmm.
actuality, the entire hotel just grows massively. Okay, and what
Yep.
happens is if the hotel goes from 5 floors to 5 6 floors to maybe 5 6 floors to now 15 floors, and the whole reason why it changed those because King Boo extended it, and why certain areas in particular seem so weird. For instance, let's look at 3 examples of floors that make absolutely no freaking sense. Floor 7, the jungle floor. How in the
Oh
world
yeah.
can you think of how that floor exists? Or floor 13, the pirate floor, or even floor 10, the desert floor, the desert temple, the pyramid floor.
Well, then
Don't you
again,
think those floor, those means in particular, Egad for the most part probably had a lot of those ghosts already in his collection, and he was going out there for a ghost. Remember he said before, Egad was the reason why he was going there because he wanted to like study more ghosts, and he wanted to bring some ghosts with him because he was going to meet some other ghost hunters, something like that, right?
yeah.
And basically, King Boo did the exact same thing he did in the first game, which was release all the ghosts. Then all those ghosts in particular. Then what he did those in particular was first off, the elevator had a lot increased a lot more floors in the buttons though, and then King Boo went ahead and he used his magic to then rip all the buttons off the floors, right? Or maybe Helen actually had oh no, no. King Boo rips all the elevator buttons off, and he gives it to each of the different ghosts. He says, hold these buttons, and make sure nobody else can get them. Obviously, kind of covering up. They give Stuart two because, for starters, Stuart is because for the most part there's no elevator buttons in particular, and the reason, or at least no, he doesn't give two. No, there's only two buttons though. One in the basement, right? Because obviously,
Yeah.
and oh, sorry. So okay, so this one, I like this theme. I'll definitely put an S tier
Yep.
because I like this music.
Same.
Eh, I think I give it C tier.
Eh. Same. Like I can't really.
Like it's kind of not memorable or interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, if you really think about it, the earlier floors they don't get much memorability until you get up to that point, right? once,
Yeah.
you, once you get past those floors, though, McFrights
Yep.
kind of makes you think of the medieval times, right? Which yes, I've been to. Fun fact, the medieval times. Or well, I travel back in time though. I mean, where I'm from, they have these little medieval times you can go. Just it's a fun experience though. But they call it medieval times though. You just like you get to walk around though. You get to like sort of like see like the stuff from that time period and everything. It's a fun time. It's an all-day affair though. If anything, you'll definitely have a lot to do when you get there. But yeah, this area fits so well though. I think honestly, I think it's high praise though. So yeah,
Yeah.
high praise though. Honestly, A tier.
Yeah. It's pretty
Next up
good.
is Jungle. Fairly solid until I got to near the end when I got like a bit. Okay. Well, first part of it was fairly good. Once you kind of got to the second part of it, That's when I kind of, well, it second part of the song near the end though, probably for the loop though. I think honestly, trying to drop down the B rank.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it just a high B tier.
I'm not doing high low. I'm just going in order from when I be listening to the themes. Do we really need to mention how this theme is? Do you think in particular? I think it's just self-explanatory.
This one needs no introduction.
I mean, to put it in perspective, simply, it's literally just treating the whole idea of like those like classic movies. It's also kind of why I really kind of want Luigi Mansion 4 to do more with this. Like this ideally would work well. Not only that though, you could bring back the mission structure, which would work really well though, because mission structure would work specifically in the case of the movies is that you're working
Yeah,
onward with the whole stuff, and also creative little areas, creative themes though. Maybe have different ghosts for different different movies. Sure you have your soul standard ghosts, but you have sort of unique ghosts based on other stuff. So honestly, this is S tier.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, but the idea most part is so basically Morty invites Luigi to go ahead and do join him from this ghostly film festival, right? it's
Hmm.
the it's all these film producers in particular, and Morty finally having that movie he got with him with Luigi that his whole Luigi Godzilla movie. He wants to kind of try to see if win the festival. This is actually where I would say you can meet up with maybe Egad, who in a sense says that King Boo is also making a movie trying to do some stuff. And overall, to make it interesting twist though, you have Egad acting slightly strange. He's acting different though, but he's not. He's acting differently, but it's not really not as noticeable. You start questioning it a little bit, or maybe you beat the game, you kind of find out why he's acting weird though. But overall, what's going on though for the most part is that the game is just running relatively the same. There's not much of a difference. You don't see much difference though. You're kind of still kind of just experiencing exploring the thing. Then you later on you go through different areas, and now Luigi gets to hopefully try anything. Either has to star in different movies though, or for the most part, every single ghost starts to go kind of sort of like cuckoo, and you have to start to have going to different Luigi's go to different movies, of which have now become more like they feel more like actual movies though sets, and each area in each mission in particular is based on different acts of the movie. Once you've done all 5 acts though, or at the very least captured the ghosts and defeated the areas, then the producer goes ahead and just gets mad, and you have to fight the producer in sort of a boss fight. Each boss fight is be based on the movie itself, and each sort of like arena is based on said movie set. For instance, you might have a movie set based on a whole boxing tournament, and maybe each mission, Luigi has to go ahead and take on different circuits. He has to battle different ghosts, and maybe while he's battling enemy ghosts in the area, he has also to battle like specifically boxing fighter ghosts. And in the boss fight, Luigi fights the producer ghost, who actually basically who actually goes full on to boxing. And the only way you have to beat him though is to basically bait him into boxing and hitting an obstacle in the way in particular to allow you to get a chance to start to suck him up. Once you suck up all the ghosts though, that's when it's sort of revealed. In each area in particular has different sort of movie theme, movie style, movie gimmick. Once you get to the very end, the only gimmick that's not actually shown off is horror, in particular. That's only shown at the very end because that's the one theme that King Boo is doing for his movie. And his movie is basically going to be a rehash of the first game entirely. But this also gives people a fan first game in particular. But the reason why it's slightly different. So what King Boo does this time around is he does something slightly different. Now King Boo actually will just change things up slightly. In other words, he actually kind of sort of like modifies a lot of things. Obviously, he's actually the one disguised as Egad in the first place. So Egad is the one that gets captured. Only when you realize after you defeated the last you know producer ghost, you see Egad. That's when you're like, wait a minute, Egad was captured. What? If you're Egad, you're really Egad, then who was? And that's when King Boo reveals himself, and that being sort of the whole fake out, right?
Yeah.
King Boo's final movie is we just mentioned, and each of the different acts will be based in areas. In other words, basically you would sort of refight the first game's boss ghosts, but they'd be slightly different and more cinema like, more like movie like, creating that sort of like illusion of being sort of on the movies though, because they're not the actual ghosts themselves. It's like they're really more like different ghosts. With also in particular, maybe you find some booze in particular, and maybe get some slight moments, and it's like where fake egad being like, "You caught a boo." Like you get a brief moment where it sounds odd because egad's out of character, but maybe egad King Boo faking type of thing is so much there. And then get right to the very end of the fight. You get to the very end, same ending the first game type of thing moment. You see egad Luigi being King Boo. You go ahead. King Boo does start lines in particular, and then he's like, you know what? No, screw the script. Luigi, you defeated me countless times. I'm not holding. I'm not. I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit.
He's
You
like,
know. I'm gonna go
I'm
ahead.
done with this shit.
I'm gonna finish you once and for all. And
Yeah, he's like,
he does the exact same thing.
Luigi.
And then he creates the final battle. Now the final battle, movie style, goes actually. King Boo's final boss fight in this version has multiple phases. All right.
Yeah.
Phase one is identical to the original game. Once King Boo's health bar goes down a little bit, King Boo jumps up, back to the mech, and then he goes and has Bowser mech. He knocks over the roof and the type of thing. He jumps to behind the building, and he starts doing attacks with Bowser on the Bowser mech off the side, forcing Luigi to dodge attacks in the whole area. Then and after that, the only way to protect her is make sure to knock King Boo out. In particular, continue to suck up his HP. Once King Boo's HP goes down and goes on zero for the first time, that's when King Boo will pop out, similar to the Holy Dark Moons fight, and that's when he goes ahead and he basically well, basically does actually he smashes the arena, right, the whole mansion arena though, forcing Luigi
Mhm.
down into now a sort of a hallway that actually ends up appearing behind him, and now Luigi has to now go and run from King Boo through a spooky run through basically the whole thing. Then back to and this is the whole Dark Moon part of the fight begins. The next phase of the fight being Dark Moon Edition. Now that King Boo is now switched up, he's gotten rid of the suit. Now he's fighting with Dark Moon's abilities. Then once King Boo is sucked in again, he comes out, pops out again, and then immediately goes ahead and then duplicates himself into three and starts doing three related stuff, making his own three sort of attacks. Finally,
Yeah.
once he's defeated sort of capture the third time, he breaks out, and then this time he summons a portrait. He makes it go big. He rotates it on its side, and he jumps into the painting, and that painting basically then goes ahead, and now the entirety of the final phase of the fight is King Boo now basically using the portrait and different gimmicks though, just to try to sort of defeat Luigi with different sort of film related stuff, maybe different gimmicks, different areas a little bit. The entirety of the portrait is changing, as you're traveling through. And what
Yeah.
Egad does, and what Luigi has to do though, is he has to try to find a way to kind of defeat King Boo once and for all, capture him for good. That's when the final capture happens.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah.
It also gives a nice reference to the first, you know, three games, their final boss fights, and also just modifies it and makes it more epic.
Yeah.
Then at the very end, though, you can have a moment though when actually literally the movie ends, and then when you beat King Boo, then you have the whole film festival again, and Morty wins at the very end because his movie was the only one that was most you know legitimate because the rest of them had used a lot of King Boo's influence to make their movies the way they were. and,
Yeah.
and, then you get a nice wholesome moat of all the ghosts being like, let's make our ghost movies just the way we want them to be. Let's make them actually right. Let's do them right. Let's make them right though. You know. So
Yeah.
okay. So as for Zim in particular, um, B tier. Let's make them right. So let's make the movies right, right? We'll make our movies legitimately.
Hmm.
We won't use like King Boo's influence to kind of create our movies. And maybe at the very end though, you get to see like fun little snippets of their movies, what they would actually look like. You know, right?
Yeah.
Just fun little stuff. All right, so Tomb Space next. I'm putting in B tier though because it's really good though, but also some music is kind of much, you know? Yeah, can you hear me, Mel? Hello, Mel? Mel, can you? Can't hear me. Shit. Mel, you can't hear me. No shit. You can't. Okay, can you hear me? Help, Mel. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep. I hear you.
Okay. I dropped it down. I dropped this one to B because honestly, it's solid, but I think honestly, something slightly better with it. Slightly better though, but I'm being a B tier. Here we go. Here's the.
Oh, A's favorite floor.
It's where his girlfriend lives.
Yep.
Let's ignore. This is fun. This is funny. Imagine being the rich family with four very young children and told you'd be staying in the bladed room on the 11th floor. 3. Not all kids have turned to ghosts. That's why they're ghosts. Right? Oh, okay, I'll put this actually in B tier.
Yep. Same. And up next is Ad.
No. Don't care. I'm gonna give it A tier. It's not S tier, not S tier though. I mean, it gives the whole pirate vibe, but honestly, that might be the one thing I would say is not is probably not was my even though the boss fight is S tier. Let's just
Yeah,
say it's not a perfect floor. Yep, fair assumption.
yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
All right, next up, C tier,
You know, I'm gonna give it a D tier.
D tier.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really vibe with this song.
I give it a C tier because honestly, it's not the greatest in LM3, but
And
it,
remember,
it could have.
this song with the air is also, where the worst boss in the game is.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's worse. This is the worst boss in the game, but theme wise, it's
It's
all
kind of
right.
shit.
It's mid. It's mid.
I'm,
Fight,
yeah,
fight, the
mid.
fight, the fight is shit though. But the thing,
I track progress toward.
I track. Yeah, honestly, that's what I could have done more with this theme. I'm gonna give it a C tier because honestly, there's a lot better once you get to like the boss fight itself. But the area itself has a very mid theme. But like the area itself is really good. Theme wise, it's not so much. Right
Yeah,
now, remember Helen Gravely's theme? A tier.
I give it the S tier.
Or actually S tier. S tier. I'll give it S tier. Now for oh no. Did you see that one clip I sent and shared in the Luigi's Mansion thing?
No, I didn't.
Look in the subreddit thing. I'll share it.
Oh, you mean this? Okay, what happened? What happened to Luigi? You know what? Okay, the one thing I can imagine that's happening up
Yeah.
there, I think King Boo just
there,
levitated him
there goes, there goes
off.
Luigi.
I think I know what happened. King Boo levitated him
Yeah.
off the building.
Ah. 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 It's just so random. It's just so random. Sorry.
Yep, here we go. Okay,
Overall, S tier. I like this. Actually, wait.
yep.
Is there all? Should we also do King Boo's illusion? Technically, for the King Boo's illusion area.
I mean, sure.
I mean,
And you know what?
let's. I guess you know what? Do that. I guess saying, oh, do that. Sure, I can't do the. Yeah, let's do let's do that one. Let's get King Boo's illusion, okay? All right. So add that on there as well. We'll save for the Dark Moon part, okay?
Okay,
Next up is going to be Scarecraper themes. So we have 3 different Scarecraper themes. We're gonna go through all 3 of them simultaneously, okay?
okay.
So we're gonna listen to all 3 though. All right.
All right.
When the sawdust.
Here, Mel. I'm gonna send this to you though. if we want to add this as well, we can add it on there. As for the tier list, I can probably just when I do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I got a new tier list set up for the thumbnail in
What?
particular. I got a new tier list for the thumbnail. A new thumbnail for the tier list, so I just didn't. Don't worry, I was able to kind of just copy and paste and get on there, so it won't matter too much. There we go.
All right.
Okay. Are you been are you putting your thoughts in there? What you're rating all of them in particular, Mel?
Yeah, it's added.
Did you add the King Boo theme
Yeah,
as
I did.
well? Okay, so I'll
I just
probably
did.
I'll probably get the theme update and it'll show 45, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll save that for the very end though, okay?
Okay.
I have my average. Overall, on average, I gave them all three a B tier. That's what I would kind of
Yeah.
give them all. B tier. I think they're
Same.
really solid on their own right, and since there's enough variety, you can easily pick your favorite version of each one, and it doesn't matter. None of them are remotely bad per se. They're all relatively mid, but I think honestly, relatively okay. They'll be relatively okay. I think honestly, that's what kind of works the best for it. Is that not all of them are like they all work so well, and since there's enough variety, it keeps yourself fresh from not listening to the same theme over and over again, which definitely can give you sort of a, Eh. Hmm. I'll give this also a B tier as well. You know?
Yep.
Let there be late.
Okay. Okay. I think this one is also B tier as well.
Same.
Oh, no, same tier, B tier. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
same.
did I put? I put all. Play funny. It's really funny though. I messed up. I did the wrong themes for the wrong ones. I just grabbed the wrong ones to ticker anyway. But you know what? They all got the B tier anyway. It's even funnier.
Yeah.
Next up, let's go all the way down the
If you
line. Let's go all the way down the line to the Polter Kitty one. Okay.
okay.
So there's six Polter Kitty themes.
Yep.
Which I think maybe each six areas still must be because the fact that Polter Kitty appears in three different floors usually while you're trying to capture it for the most part,
Yeah.
which makes most sense.
Yeah.
I gave my thoughts for my theme. Now for remember, we have six different themes we have to average out. Okay.
Okay.
Next time, your time, not just.
No.
No, no, no.
Okay. I'm giving it also. Okay, I'll give this the. Not for the last one.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see my average.
Yep.
Average actually for Poltergeist is a B tier because what I had base was 16 points. I had 3 2s, which was 3 Cs, 2 Bs, and 1A. The 1A being literally the last one. I think honestly that was the best one of all the Poltergeists. What was yours?
Be honest, all these.
All Bs?
Yeah, I just think they're all average in my opinion.
Well, C is actually kind of average. C is actually the average. B
Yeah.
is like slightly
Well,
above average.
it's just above average. Like, actually, you know what? Like, like, I really don't think much of this song.
The main theme with Polterkitties, that whole whenever Polterkitties in battle, that's when really it kind of becomes really kind of interesting for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think of Polterkitty, and when you think of Polterkitty, you're gonna think of the boss theme for the most part, not really so much its other aspects.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I can kind of sort of agree with that sort of thing. I can agree with that statement. You know, all you think was the boss theme, not really so much the other stuff. All right.
Mm.
So next up,
EOG.
oh wait, this was the one with oh this has the Luigi version.
Yep.
I guess you know what that doesn't. I guess we should. Okay, we should on the one that did not have Luigi humming though. This is the one that Luigi hums. Or does Luigi? Is there actually a non-humming version of this one?
There is, but like it's the same song.
That's true. humming. I guess the humming does give. Yes, humming does give the kind of adds a little bit of character for the.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give this actually A tier. The reason why I don't
Think
give it S tier though, because I do like this theme though. I'll definitely give We Just Mentioned one credit that it has a really good theme. My one of the issues I do have though is the fact that once you get a clear room though, the theme disappears and it's like I want to listen to more of this theme though. Why are you getting rid of it? You know?
exactly.
Let me listen to more of this theme though. That makes you don't want to kind of clear out the ghosts though because you want to listen to the theme longer. Okay. Next up is I believe Gloomy Manor. I like this one. This is really good. S tier.
Same.
Especially when you add Luigi's humming in the background. Like Luigi's humming works really well. It adds a little
Yep.
atmosphere. S tier as well.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Susie this though, but if we all did the Luigi's Mansion, if Luigi's Mansion 4 has a chance of coming, it's revealed, I want to definitely do it like all three of us play all three Luigi's Mansion games in order from our least
Oh
favorite
yeah.
to favorite, all Switch versions, and then as a bonus, what we do is we sort of pseudo race see who gets to the end first of all three games. Whoever gets to the end first is the winner, and then the losers would have a little fun little picture of everyone trapped inside a portrait, like a group portrait. Basically, Susie would draw all the losers S tier captured in a portrait with King Boo in particular, right? With the winner being the only one not out, not in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this was S tier.
What do you think? Pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Plus, make it fair though. All three of you guys, they make fair. It gives everybody a chance to at least kind of try out the other games though, because that's the whole focus. Is that I want to make sure at least people get a chance to at least try out the first game, like Drew, so that way he gets a chance to experience it, and that way when all three of us play, we'll play it all together at the same time, right? Share our screens,
Yeah.
everything. Obviously, we'd only play for a certain amount of time, and obviously make it fair. Wouldn't be too. That way, if anything, there'd be no progression like off screen.
Yeah.
Or if we, or if for some reason I have to kind of end early for any reason, then we would just make sure. Then everyone would just end early anyway. Like to make it fair though, you'd also make fair though. I would allow some leniency for like if you need to kick it to a save point, by all means do so. But like once you have a chance in the middle, if you're in the middle of combat, then like you get do the combat first and then you save, right?
Hmm.
Like that would be the only requirement. Like you must go back and you must make sure you can save. In the case of Dark Moon, if you're in a mission, then um, yeah, S tier. S tier as well.
Okay.
In a mansion, if you're in the middle of a mission though for Dark Moon, depending how far you're in the mission, if you were early in the mission at the very beginning, then you must restart the mission anyway, just because it won't matter too much. If you're near the end of the mission, then you're allowed to finish the mission. Okay. So for instance, like
Okay.
Roundhouse Brawl, if you've reached the point where you fought the Boo, that's at least if you're in the first half. First half though, if you're before you meet Poltergeist in the very beginning, then you can probably, or at least we can say in the case of that mission though, let's say you've reached and got the key, okay, for that mission. At that point, you must go on and continue onward from there. Anytime before that, you have to restart. Okay.
Okay.
And plus, since we're speed running, we're pseudo speed running, we're not going for 100% perfect ranking, which means even if you don't get a perfect 3-star rank, it doesn't matter. All
Yeah.
right. S tier.
Same.
No. I like this one. I like the skyscraper theme. I'll give it A tier. It's simple, but effective, right? And now we have the final theme left, right? King Boo's Illusion. For the most part, King Boo's Illusion is relatively basic, and I think for the most part, since it technically counts as an area, we should definitely count it as an area as well.
This is what. I have one thing to say about this. This is going in S tier.
So this is our tier list.
Yeah, this is going in S tier. Honestly, yeah, without a doubt, this is like the best theme.
Yeah, for the most part, tier list. So pretty good. So that's it for the stream. Oh wait! Stop! Oh no, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is good. No, it doesn't matter. Tier list does not get screwed. It's not messed up. Okay, good. Thanks, man. Fuck you, tier list, for doing that sort of thing to me. Okay, we need to fix this. Okay, sorry, false alarm. Now for real, let's do this tier list. For some reason, though, it had to do that again. I love when it does that sort of thing. Okay, now for real, tier list. Okay, that's it. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys. See you next time.